For the first image of the narrative to critique, I chose an image by Dana Roberts, and it without even really like it wasn't explicitly said, but you could I could tell that her theme was Vice. It was similar to like kind of what my theme was, and tying in Vice and with like alcohol because of how really how prevalent it is on college campuses. So all of her images um, had to revolve around drinking and were pictures of alcoholic beverages. One thing that she did a lot different though, which I thought was really like it made all of her pictures really good, was she actually went to a bar and took the pictures there instead of just taking pictures of alcohol bottles like in her apartment or dorm or whatever. Um, so that was really cool, and it made a like a really nice setting, and I thought that was something that like I could have improved on mine, for sure. Another thing, like other things that I liked about the image, it's black and white. It was the only image of all of hers that was in black and white. I just really like black and white pictures in general, but I thought it was especially cool for this project and her theme because it was revolving on alcohol. And whenever I see alcohol with like black and white, I immediately think of like prohibition, like bootlegging, like gangs, stuff like that. Great Gatsby era, like all that. So I thought that was really cool, and that's what it made me think of. And when I think whenever like an image can make someone think of like another thing or another time, that's like really cool. So that image really did that for me. Some other things that were going on was, obviously because it's black and white, there was a lot of contrast. There's like a light behind this glass bottle, and that was really cool. And it like kind of shone through, and it kind of like refracted the light and um, enlarged in the light. And there's also a light against the back wall here that's like a little bit brighter from up here, and it like kind of gets darker as it goes down the wall. And then that was contrasted by like the background here, the background with the cabinets, and then the sink sink thing it's on. And I thought that was really cool, the sink that it's on, because like when you saw it, like you could tell that she wasn't just at her, like I said before, like in her apartment, because this is obviously like a professional bar, and also because of like the spouts, or the, I don't know what they're called, but the spouts like on the alcohol bottles, you could tell that it was at a bar because those are used to like pour drinks, like mixed drinks. So that just kind of harps back to the whole really good job of like her setting that she created. Um, some other elements are his texture because of like the bar that's on a stainless steel, so that's really smooth. This cylinder in the back is also like stainless steel, so smooth as well. The glass bottles, once again, it's glass. It's like hard, cold, and smooth. But like right here, there's contrast to texture. I don't really know. It was like just the background, but you can tell by how the light hits off of it that it's not like just smooth. It's got texture to it, and you can kind of feel how, or you can kind of think about how it would feel. So that was pretty cool. Um, some other things, there were a couple shapes like in the back, like on the door handle, or the door with like the rectangles, and there are dissecting lines throughout the image, like the background here, along like behind the bottles, the cabinets, the wall, the sink itself. So that was pretty cool to see, and it kind of contrasts with like a lot of the bottles are like rounded and like curved, but then like, everything else is like sharp edges. So that was pretty cool. But overall, this is an image that I really liked it. That's why I chose. I thought it was really cool, mostly because like it was black and white, which I always like, but especially mixed with alcohol, because it just reminded me of Great Gatsby, like prohibition, bootlegging. So it was a really good image. Things to improve. Um, Honestly, I can't really think of much. It might have been cooler to get like more if she would have taken the picture from more to from the right a little bit to see some of the bottle labels, because that would have been kind of cool, and those would have been different and like had more dissect or like lines and shapes. But besides that, I thought it was really awesome, and it was a really good image overall.